All right, we are back. Tea time. Tea time. But y'all, I've got so much to talk about, and we're back and we're better. And I took a little break. You want to know why? Because I need a mental break. That's exactly why. And I've come back with so much clarity, so much growth, and so much that I want to share. But today, we're definitely getting back into it. And today, we're talking about a subject that I am so unapologetic about. And the subject is how to grow without guilt. You are not too much. You are evolving, okay? You're evolving. So, how to grow without guilt? I'm going to put on a little timer because we're not going to be here forever, but we've got to get into this because when I tell you, your girl has just been digesting so much. I've celebrated birthdays. So many things have happened, but guess what? This is the place where we grow, and I'm glad you're here. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. I am so grateful that I have 1,000 YouTube subscribers, and you guys have just been so amazing. And I'm so grateful that you stuck it out, but we're back and we're better. So today, here's the thing, I'm keeping it real, I'm keeping it raw, and I'm keeping it relevant. And guess what, y'all? It's gonna be tea. It's tea, but it's good tea. Not like gossip tea, but like good tea that you need. So we're gonna keep it professional, but of course I always come with the professional development, but just real life things, y'all. I am so tired of the fake, the phony, and just things that are just like not real. So I just excuse me if I'm just a little bit too much, but just give me a little moment as I jump back into this space because I've just experienced so much, and I just feel like I have so much to share. I've been talking about just protecting your fire and the things that you have inside of you, and I feel like I have so much fire to share with the world and just to contribute. And that is not saying that in an arrogant way, but we all should have something that we have conviction about that we just want to share with the world. And I'm going to kind of share some things about, guess what? You don't get to be guilty about growing. You don't get to be guilty about just being more than what you think that you would ever be. So, guess what? Today, how to grow without guilt. You're gonna get free today. Okay, it's about getting free. First point is simple. You're allowed to grow. So many times people can get it stuck in the old version that they had access to of you. Let's just be clear. When people find you, they often kind of stick to what they have found, not knowing that just as you're giving them space to grow, you also are having spaces to grow. Every day there are things that happen in your life that give you space, give you thought to grow. You have to understand though that your growth, it threatens the comfort of what was when you first entered into a space, into an organization, and even into someone's lives, into a relationship. All of that threatens the comfort that you were because some people only offered you things, jobs, relationship, friendship, because of who you were when they found you. So you got to understand first that that growth, it threatens that comfort that was once felt when they extended the invitation because of who you were when they found you. But guess what? You don't owe anyone a subscription to your past self. Let them know that that subscription is over. I am a new person. The Bible even talks about that behold, all things will become new. You owe it to yourself, and you don't owe it to others to apologize for the newness that rests on the inside of you. But even like Second Corinthians talks about this, 5:17, old things passed away, and behold, all things have become new. So normalize evolving and outgrowing environments that no longer fit. So many times we kill ourselves. Listen, death to our destiny comes from staying in places longer than we should, staying in environments longer than we should. Guess what? You have the power on the inside of you to grow without guilt. But guess what? You also have the power to adapt and accommodate the person that you are becoming without caring about what other people feel. And that doesn't mean that you go around being mean and nasty to people, telling people that you've grown. Oh, I'm beyond you. I'm too big for you. No, none of that. But you also don't allow them to flip that script on you and make you feel like because you've grown that you're the underdog in the situation. Okay? Put a pin there. Step two, how to, you're going to do this. I need you to do this. Stop apologizing for excellence. I had to learn this. I graduated from Hampton and we have this little slogan that we put out there. It's the standard of excellence. And I've internalized that not because I went there, but that's how I got there because I understood what excellence is. And I understand that what is excellent one day may not be excellent the next. I have trained myself to understand what excellence looks like across platforms, across ideations, and across the times. But guess what? Excellence is subjective. So if you find yourself in a place that does not quite align with the excellence that you may feel, guess what? You're not bougie. You're built for better. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a situationship, and you're like, hey, my definition of excellence just does not align. When I talk about what I want to eat, the places I want to go, the standard of the work that I produce, the standard by which I lead, and everybody's complaining, oh, you just too good. Oh, you think your ideas are the best. Oh, you're trying. No, you're not bougie. You're built for better. You have to understand that as you evolve, the spaces and places that you go to and that you trail in have to accommodate all that you are. So if you're constantly explaining to your friends that you don't want to do certain things anymore, that you're not fit for a certain job or an environment, then you have to understand that maybe you have outgrown that space, and that's okay. Guess what? There's nothing wrong with having a standard. The only people that have problem with standards are the people that don't have them. Okay, let me just say that for the people in the back. It's tea time. The only people that have problem with standards are the people that don't have them. Guess what? Whenever you're dating men, male or female, guess what? Whenever you're dating, if you're male, if you're female, and you're like, hey, these are my standards. This is what I come into the relationship wanting to know. This is what I come into the office wanting to see. If you're a leader, this is what it takes to be on my team. And they're huffing, they're puffing, they're ready to blow the house down. You're not the problem. They are. They don't have the standards that you want. And guess what? They may not be for you. There's nothing wrong with having a standard. But guess what? Exposure shifts expectations. Once you have seen excellence, you can't unsee it. See, that's why people get upset when you're around people. You're like, hey, this is the standard of excellence. This is what we should do. You can't unsee that when you've been exposed, even in your own body, when you have produced excellence, when you put in the work. You can't unsee, you can't unfeel what excellence feels like. And that's why when you're trying to explain it and people don't understand it, it's difficult. You got to break it down piece by piece by piece because you can't unsee it. It's the standard by which you live, you breathe. It's how you have your being. It's the excellence. That's why you get upset with people. You're like, you don't even make your bed up. You don't do that because that's your standard of excellence. That's how you were raised. Now, it ain't no shade to the people who don't make their beds up. You may be brilliant. You just don't have the time or you don't feel like it. Hey, no shade to you. I'm just saying. But here's what you got to understand. Don't dim your light to fit in with people who refuse to level up. I'm not doing it. Don't dim your light to fit in with people who refuse to level up. Guess what? You're not going down. They've got to come up. Why would you dummy yourself down trying to shrink to fit into clothes, places, spaces, organizations, job? Look at me, how I'm moving. It doesn't even look good because you got to get to the place where you understand I will not go down. Wherever I go, I pull places up, and that's what's inside of me. Wanting to be on a winning team does not make you arrogant. It makes you intentional. Every day I wake up, I'm intentional. I was intentional when I made this video. I'm going to be intentional about what I do when I get off of here. Every day, my steps are calculated. That's why I'm doing YouTube content about elevating your 5 to 9 a.m. because I don't waste time. My time is my money. Tea time, my time is my money. Come on, somebody. You cannot waste my time. You're texting me all day. What are you doing? I'm making money. I'm making moves. I'm being intentional. Come on, I'm being relevant, y'all. I done got older. I have no filter. I don't even care how you care. I don't even care how you feel about this. Guess what? I don't care. So guess what? My time is my money. Every day I'm intentional. So wanting to be on a winning team is not being arrogant. It's about the fact that I do not want to align myself with anything that is not on the level of which God has placed on the inside of me. Some people just need to realize it's not arrogance. It's the intentionality of time. That time is at hand. I gotta make a move. I got to make a move. Guess what? Here's the faith link. Daniel was excellent and faithful. Look it up for yourself. This is a Bible study. But Daniel was faithful and excellent. See, some people think you got to be faithful to certain spaces, but you don't have to be excellent. Come on. If I'm going to put my faith behind it, it's going to be excellent. See, here's the flip side. Some of you are wondering, you're like, why people won't stay? Why they don't want to stay around? Why don't they want to align themselves? Maybe you ought to take an assessment of the excellency that you are producing. It might be less excellent than what you think. That's just a little, I don't shoot the messenger. Here's the third thing. Then we get ready to wrap this thing up. Make moves for you, not just the room. Stop dying to environments God is calling you to shift. I don't complain about what I'm called to fix. Now, I done flipped the script on some of y'all. I know. I used to complain about a lot of stuff because I'm just like, people don't get it. But I don't complain about what I'm called to fix. So now I put the time in to elevate the spaces that I am in. Guess what? Let me tell you something. On the flip side of that, you are not Jesus. You don't have to die to save a space. If you are in a work environment, if you are in an organization or volunteer environment, you will not allow your blood pressure to be raised through the roof by trying to act like Jesus, trying to fix this space. You're not Jesus. Jesus died so that you don't have to. I talked about that in another video. But guess what? Moving on mentally does not mean that you are quitting. It means that you are choosing alignment over attachment. You can be so attached to something, that you realize that you are no longer aligned. You are only attached to the feeling of what it felt like when you used to be who you were, when you align with that space. You can love a space, y'all. Guess what? And be loyal and still be in purpose, but you can still grow. You don't owe anybody an explanation about growing, about wanting better. You got to grow without guilt. I'm telling you, I'm hearing too many conversations, y'all. Who I had to get this out. Too many conversations about people. Well, I'm just afraid how they gonna feel. I'm afraid. The devil is a liar. Yeah, 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 yeah. Isn't that what the woman of God said in her video that she put out that went viral? The devil is a liar. You will die to yourself trying to serve other people's ego. The fact that you're still alive may feed their ego while you're dying on the inside to what God has called you to do, the next level that God has placed on the inside of you. You deserve to grow without guilt. You keep asking yourself, am I too much? You're not too much. You're evolving. You're growing. You deserve to grow. You deserve to have more. You deserve to want more. You deserve to work and go after more. You deserve these things. And I came to just stop by to tell you you're allowed to grow. That's point one. Stop apologizing for excellence. That's point two. And make moves for you, not just the room. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. You can give your all. And you should. We should be convicted to give our all to certain causes. Maybe your cause is the cause of Christ. Maybe your cause is an organizational cause. Maybe your cause is a monetary cause. Maybe your cause is a global cause. Whatever that is, but I believe we ought to have a conviction to certain causes. But y'all, we can be so convicted and give our all to these causes, and then we pass away and you replace within seconds. You deserve to grow without guilt. We got to make the most of the time while we're here on earth. Because guess what? Time is of the essence. That intentionality piece I talked about was real. But guess what? This is just the beginning. This is the place that we grow. Real, raw, relevant. Here we grow again. You're going to grow without guilt today. I want you to like, share, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you in this same place next week, this same channel. Share this with somebody. I want the people to be free. You got to share this with somebody. I'll see y'all next week.